Coming up, Mayor Sokolich reflects on the progress we've already seen in town and what we can look forward to in 2018. We'll take a closer look at one of the more exciting projects slated for completion in 2019. And the flu season is still in full swing, so it's not too late to protect yourself. Hi, I'm Linda McHugh. Welcome to our first show of the new year. As we begin the new year, Mayor Mark Sokolich joins us to reflect on the tremendous progress we've already seen in town and to share some thoughts on where we're headed in 2018.
I can't believe it, but I'm approaching my 10th year as serving as the mayor of the borough of Fort Lee, and it's been an incredible ride and an incredible privilege for me. You know, we've been going through quite a bit of reconstruction. You've heard me say many, many times that we're trying to restore Fort Lee in its rightful place as one of the most envied communities in Bergen County, and we're well on our way to being there. The last 10 years have seen quite a bit of construction, quite a bit of progress. We have our two modern buildings. Modern 1 is now fully occupied, and Modern 2 will start to rent in about 5 to 6 months. We've rebuilt Main Street. We've added 3 or 4 public parks to our inventory. We're in the process of making capital improvements throughout the town, from gas lines to water lines, so forth and so on. So we're close. We're getting there. We still have quite a bit to do. The retail section in Redevelopment 5 East is almost fully occupied. We have about 30% to go, new stores coming. And then, of course, we have outstanding projects which will effectively take the next year or two here in the borough, which we're very excited about. Here we are at the site of what's going to be our new state-of-the-art parking facility with Councilman Michael Sargenti. Michael's been instrumental with this project as well. We're going to start construction on the parking deck in the first or second week in January of 2018. It's a 12-month project. As soon as the deck is up, we're going to construct what's called the liner building, and in that building is going to house Fort Lee's first state-of-the-art post office. So even though it's about 5 degrees out here today, my heart is warmed because Michael and I are at the site of Fort Lee's first public theater. We are so excited about it. Over my shoulder, where you're about to see a tractor arm, will be the site of our freestanding restaurant for everyone in Fort Lee to enjoy. That restaurant's located on a 2-acre park that's going to be dedicated for the youth for Fort Lee residents. Isn't that cool? Our 1-acre park at the corner of Main Street and Lemoyne is complete. It's Wi-Fi accessible. We're excited about it, and it came out great. The remaining section of Redevelopment 5 West right now is a vacant lot, which is used as a parking lot. There will be additional retail. They're proposing a hotel, some office, and some additional residences as well. So Fort Lee, please stay patient. We're nearing the end, and have a wonderful, healthy, and prosperous 18. Thank you.
As we just heard, one of the more exciting projects we can all look forward to is the construction of the Barrymore Film Center, named for actor John Barrymore. According to Tom Myers, executive director of the Fort Lee Film Commission, once completed, no other institution in the state of New Jersey will compare to Fort Lee's Film Center.
We're going to start providing a nightlife in Fort Lee that Fort Lee used to have, and to do it on the street where truly the American cinema was born, a couple of blocks from where Universal Studio and Fox Studio had their first home, a couple of blocks north where the first woman filmmaker had her first studio. I mean, 100 years ago there were 17 operating studios in Fort Lee before the move to Hollywood. So this, in a sense, calls back that history, but also gives us a chance to bring collections in from around the world about world cinema history, to give emerging filmmakers a home, to show art house and foreign films. The cinema looks futuristic in the sense of Metropolis from 1920, and the outside we think is a design for the ages. It's going to be a 260-seat cinema with a full stage, a small orchestra pit so we could access music and film programs, and we'll be having a full museum and a second-floor gallery, but space on the second floor not just for our archive and our projection booth and conference rooms and offices, but to also do programs to supplement our screens when we have a film festival, and also to do filmmaker boot camps for students and things like that.
Entry to the museum will be free, but fees will be charged for certain programs. The center is expected to draw people not only from Fort Lee, but from other towns as well. This in turn will help support the other businesses in Redevelopment 5.
To be able to you know, educate people and have that history come alive on Main Street again is wonderful, but to have that history come alive and use it to showcase new cinema, I think is really great, and that's what we want to do. You know, encourage new filmmakers and give them a place to show their films.
Influenza is a serious disease that can lead to hospitalization and sometimes even death. Although the flu season usually begins in October, it can go as late as May, which means it's not too late to get your flu shot if you haven't already done so.
Every year, between 10 and 50,000 Americans die from the flu. It's really one of the leading causes of death. And also every year, between 100 and 700,000 Americans are hospitalized.
The CDC and the health department, we recommend everybody from 6 months older to seniors to get the flu shot every year.
Our flu shot is quadrivalent. It protects you against the 4 most common flu strains that the CDC expects this year. It includes the swine flu, the H1N1.
Is it too late to get the flu shot?
No, not at all. If you've not received your flu vaccine, you should definitely go out. The health department, we're available Tuesdays, 9 to 11, walk-ins, no appointment necessary.
So I hear you give the best flu shot, no pain.
I do. I've heard that a lot. Like I said, we do use the smallest needles available to the public, so it's, you know, fairly pain-free.
The important thing is, you know, how to prevent getting the flu. And the number one is to get the flu shot. But I also recommend washing your hands for 20 seconds, avoiding people that are sick, you know, eat healthy, exercise.
Health Department, good morning.
Flu shots are free to anyone age 65 and older who present a Medicare card Part B. The fee for all other residents is $15. If you're not able to come to the health department on Tuesdays between 9 and 11, you can call the office and they'll try to accommodate your schedule.
Looking forward to it. Okay, bye-bye.
That wraps up our show for January. Happy New Year.